Now, if you're a centre midfielder, what you're about to watch is something that you've never seen before on social media. And I genuinely mean it. It's your positioning depending on the ball. So ball dependent positioning. Yes, you heard me right. Ball dependent positioning. Let's get straight into it. There's no more time to waste. Let's get straight into it. And if you're not a centre midfielder, send this to a centre midfielder. Let's go. So when the ball is with your goalkeeper and your team are ready to play out in a 4-2-3-1 system, and you're one of these two centre midfielders here, the 6 or the 8, you start together, and then as the ball goes, if you're near to the ball, stay away from the ball to open up the space. And if you're further away from the ball, guess what? Get slightly closer. Not so close, but slightly closer to create that diamond. Now, your centre-back can step with the ball and then potentially play this one, or it goes into the fullback and then into this one, and then a set, and then you open out and you switch. Very, very simple. So working together with your centre midfielder partner means if it's on this side of the pitch with the number 5 and you're the 6, move away, the 8 moves towards the ball. Very, very simple. It's about respecting your centre-backs, not suffocating their space. So if this centre-back has the ball and you start to run to the ball, you're closing down the space. You're attracting unnecessary pressure onto your teammates right here. So be considerate of your centre-backs. It's really important. Be considerate. So that means you stay away, and then let's say the number 2 gets the ball, you could receive the ball in this wide area right here. Or you stay where you are because you trust that your fullback might even circulate back, then into the 6, and then you could get the ball, and then you can play forward down the line in that half space, in this pocket of space right here. So that's the 2 centre-backs done. If the ball is with your left back and you're the near side centre midfielder, guess what? You are going to move away, and the furthest one is going to move towards. The same principles apply. Notice that there's another diamond created. Once again, as the ball goes here, move away. This one comes towards the ball because guess what? The 11 could get the ball and then set you if you're this one. And then if you're this one, you could receive the ball here to turn out and then switch to your fullback or to your winger or to the space in behind, or even to a number 10 roaming in the pockets. So it's really important that that relationship is there. If you're closer to the ball, instead of running to the ball, which suffocates the space, move away from the ball. Because if you notice this scenario right here, the 11 is pressing the fullback. If you're running to the fullback, you're bringing the 10 with you as well. Stay away, dragging this 10, opening up the space. As the 8 moves towards the ball here, yes, they have pressure, but by the time this has happened, it could be a pass here, under pressure, and if you stay behind this line here between the 11 and the 10, if you notice that line, you could receive the ball here and then drive forward. Just watch Frenkie de Jong, just watch Pedri, the way they work together. It's very, very similar. So this line here, the aim is for you to receive the ball behind this line to play forward, to drive forward and make things happen. If you receive the ball on this side of the line, guess what? First of all, you wouldn't even get the ball. It's very unrealistic, but you're just suffocating the space for your teammates. Just open up the space. Respect the space that your teammates have on the ball by staying away, and then there'll be a moment where the 10 might stop marking you because you're in a wide area. Look at the ball, bang, you get the ball in space, and now you can make things happen. And now, let's say the ball goes out to the winger here. As a number 8, you should be supporting under the ball with your 10, making a run in behind. You should always be here to be an option. Maybe your fullback is also making an overlap or an underlap into this space. So you're the player to support under the ball as the opposition are retreating here, like this. This is you right here, just to support under the ball in this type of position with your other midfielder. So if this is you right here, you are just literally camping in that centre circle. Because let's say the 7 tries to do a dribble, loses the ball, and this fullback has overlapped, and let's say they play the winger here, the 8 who is positioned well is covering, but if you're here, look at that much space that you've left. So for defensive cover, you have to camp in that centre circle, literally. And when I mean camp, I mean literally you're camping in that centre circle. So when the winger has the ball as well, by the way, it could go out to this number 8, and then you could be the option to take the ball 2 touches and switch to your other fullback. Very, very simple. Or it could be a situation where the 8 is pressing this number 8. The 6, if this is you, you have the pressure, but it could be you receive the ball 1 touch out to the centre-back, and now the centre-back can step with the ball and drive. but you facilitated that switch of play. If it wasn't for you, that switch of play just would not happen. So it's very important that, once again, when the ball is with the winger here, one of the centre midfielders supports under the ball and one of them camps in and around that centre circle, with the 10 making an overlap or even staying here for a little combination, just like this, in behind. Or it could be that the fullback is overlapping, dragging this winger with them, and you're here just to sit, receive the ball and dictate. It could be a pass into your number 10, receive the ball back, your centre-back drops off. If this 9 follows, guess what? You play that switch of play. Or the 6, which could be you as well, by the way. You receive the ball here to turn, play your centre-back. Or you could even find your number 9 in between the lines. Or your number 11 in between the lines, with your fullback making an overlap as well. So that aspect of play is down to the rest of the team making off-the-ball movements. But you as the 6 or you as the 8, you just cover and dictate and screen accordingly. Very, very important. Now, when the ball goes into your striker, let's say your centre-back has found a vertical line-breaking pass into your striker here. Your job, whichever one is closer to the ball, is to support under the ball. So let's say as the ball gets transferred here, you're supporting here for a set, and then it could be a spin in behind. Very, very important that as you guys are transferring the ball, let's say with this centre-back, or let's say you as the 8, if you can find your number 9 here, and now if you're a number 10, you're supporting under the ball. Very important that one midfielder turns their hips to support under the ball to receive that set and then spin in behind. It could be a pass in behind like that, and then the striker can score, or be very funny, be very adventurous. It could be a pass here and the winger to score in the open goal. So the whole point is that the 2 centre midfielders support under the ball when the ball goes ahead of them. Just as we discussed with the number 7 here, one number 8 is covering under the ball, the other one is just sitting in and around the centre circle. Very, very important that you're literally working like this together, going forward, receiving under the ball, literally supporting underneath, we call it, supporting under the ball to receive the ball, and it could be the 10 making a run behind and you playing a pass in behind like that. And now defensively, without the ball, it's very important that the 2 centre midfielders are screening, covering and marking accordingly. So resetting back into that 4-2-3-1 defensive structure like this, it's very important that the number 10 is marking the 6, the 11 is inside to force the play outside, the 9 is blocking off the switch, the 7 is tucked inside, and now you as the near side centre midfielder, you're very closely marking the number 10. But if the 10 goes here, you're not following because you're leaving your space. Very important that you find the balance for obvious reasons. When the 10 is roaming in and around here, your aim is to make sure that you don't always have to stand behind the number 10 because you might be on the footsteps of your centre back. It's important that you're just here, you're dominating the space with your number 8, you're screening any passes from defence or from defensive midfield here into the front. You two are working together to really make sure that your back 4 have an easy game. If your anticipation is good, if your reading of the game is good, if your timing is good, then your back 4 would thank you after the game. I promise they will absolutely thank you after the game. If this centre-back has the ball here, the 7 is inside, the 10 is marking. If the 8 wants to drop in, can you follow and then pass them on and stay where you are? Very important that you two do not move off the ball. Literally, just camp in this area, move accordingly in line with the ball. So when this fullback has the ball and the 7 is pressing, the near side midfielder is moving in line with the ball and the far side midfielder is moving in line with the ball. The 11 is dropping in or the 10 is dropping in, whichever one it is. But the point is that the distances aren't like this, aren't wide open for any passes from defence into attack to go through. And also at times you have to be willing to help out to your fullback. So let's say the number 3 drives with the ball and gets around the winger here. Now it's down to you and the fullback to deal with any potential danger that is on this side. The right centre back, the right back, and you as the right sided centre midfielder have to deal with this 3v3 scenario with your opposite centre midfielder. So if this is you right here and the ball is far away from you, you're not watching the ball, you are really getting close to your centre backs, really to make sure that any passes into these little gaps are covered by yourself, and the 10 drops in and the 11 drops in. So now let's say the 8 makes an underlapping run as the number 8 yourself, you could go to the ball but cover any passes into the 8, knowing that your right centre-back can step, your centre defensive midfielder can step as well, and that's it right there. You're helping out your defensive units. That's your fullback, that's your centre-back as well on the near side. And that can only happen if, let's say, the winger does not win their 1v1 battle, the fullback goes around them, and now it's literally down to you to work together and make sure that if the pass goes wide, you're not here, you're not there, you're literally here. Really keeping the distances compact between you, the right back, and the right centre-back.